Well, that tense exchange happening moments ago in the Oval Office as President Trump is hosting Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy today at the White House amid those high-stakes negotiations over a minerals deal and an end to the war with Russia. Let's get out to correspondent Kellie Meyer, who was live for us there at the White House. Kellie, things ended up getting very heated.
And you could see, as you were watching at home back, that meeting in the Oval Office, it escalate over time. And it was hard to pinpoint where exactly things started to go south from the direction that Ukrainian President Zelenskyy and President Donald Trump hoped this meeting would go in today. Remember, they were coming here, Zelenskyy was coming here today to sign that minerals deal with President Trump. And that was really essentially step one towards peace and that peace deal between Russia and Ukraine. And this really could have went one of two ways. And this is the way we're seeing it's going, with President Volodymyr Zelenskyy leaving the White House with the minerals deal not signed, as far as we know, and a joint press conference that has now been canceled. A White House official confirmed to me just a few moments ago. So the joint press conference that was planned between Zelenskyy and Trump in the East Room this afternoon is now off. What you're watching there on your screen is any moment for President Zelenskyy to leave the White House. It might be happening now, potentially, as they're coming out of the West Wing here. I'll pause in case we hear him say anything. Okay, it didn't seem he answered shouted questions. I could hear the reporters behind me shouting. Yeah, it didn't seem like he answered any of those questions. He's now in his car waiting to leave. You'll also see him pass behind me as he leaves the White House. Just a high-stakes meeting, and just in awe of that ending of what happened in the Oval Office and where we are at now with the Ukrainian president leaving the White House early. No deal reached between Trump and Zelenskyy on minerals deal or on peace between Russia and Ukraine. Trump hosting this on Truth Social. We could bring this up too if we can. Otherwise, stay on the live picture of Zelenskyy leaving the White House and wait for him to pass behind me as well. Large crowds also gather here behind us for this historic moment at the White House. This is what President Trump said a short time after that meeting. Quote, "We had a very meaningful meeting in the White House today. Much was learned that could never be understood without conversation under such fire and pressure." Then he goes on to say more here. "It's amazing what comes out through emotion, and I have determined that President Zelenskyy is not ready for peace if America is involved, because he feels our involvement gives him a big advantage in negotiations." Then he goes on to say a bit more here, adding, "I don't want advantage, I want peace. He disrespected the United States of America in its cherished Oval Office. He can come back when he is ready for peace." And we also saw a statement from the press secretary, Caroline Leavitt, after this meeting, basically saying that what you saw there was that America winning. You can see him leaving here behind me now. I just want to point that out. So again, Zelenskyy leaving the White House here after that tense exchange with President Trump and Vice President J.D. Vance there in the Oval Office. Just an incredible outcome of this meeting today, unlike we've seen before, and a wrap on this week of meetings with President Trump from foreign leaders. This one, of course, the biggest one of the week, and ending early. Nichole.
Yeah, Kellie, I think this is certainly not what anybody expected. Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.